Hi guys, as promised, I am going to break down the onboarding checklist that I use when I onboard my new teamies. First and foremost, remember onboarding is super important and probably the most important start for our new teamies. So making it a priority and making it happen within the first 24 to 48 hours for me works the best because it doesn't give them time to like second guess or kind of like forget about it or lose the excitement that they had when they joined, okay? So let's go ahead and jump right on in. So once they join, I give them a text or call and say, hey, I would love to schedule your new teamie training within 24 to 48 hours. Let me know if you're available today or sometime tomorrow. And usually it'll fit around the time where there's no holiday or weekends. I try not to do trainings on the weekends because that's my family time. And of course, I want them to be with their family as well. So once we get on, we do either Zoom or we do a regular phone call. Some people like to do FaceTime. I prefer Zoom because I like to go on and show them and I like to screen share and stuff like that. But if they want a regular phone call, we do that too. Okay, so once we get them on, I welcome them. Hey, I'm so glad. I'm so happy. Congratulations. Welcome to Sensi. And then I'll say, okay, before we start off, I want to ask you your why. Okay, and then I'll like, what was it that made you decide to say, you know what, let's go ahead and jump in. I want to do this. Let me call her. Let me text her. Let me say, you know what, send me the link. What made you do that? And then I let them talk and they'll explain their why. Some of it's like, you know, something to keep busy. I need extra cash. I just want to do this for a hobby. There's different reasons and levels of whys. So I let them say that. And then after I'll say, awesome. Okay, that's noted. I have a teamie profile and I'll show them my teamie profile that I have all of your information down and I write down your why. And you may ask, why is she asking me this? It's not because I'm trying to be nosy. It's because I want to know what drove you, what motivated you to say, you know what, I'm going to do this. That way, when things get a little slow or when things get a little tough or when you start to second guess why you jumped in or is this for me, I want to remind you, hey, remember when you joined, you said that you wanted to be able to take your husband on date night without him paying for everything. Or remember you said you wanted to have a guilt-free manicure pedicure every single month. Or remember you said that you wanted to pay off your debt so that you can start to have more freedom in the future. Because sometimes when people join and they realize it's not as easy as they thought, where sales are just going to come pouring in, there's going to be times and seasons like that, yes, but that's not the majority of the business. So once that reality hits, I want them to be able to say, you know what, it's worth my why. I joined because of this. And I want to be able to remind them and I want to be able to partner and connect with them emotionally and dig in with their heart so that they know that, hey, I'm in this with you. And remember why you joined. Okay, that's why the first thing is on there. Ask their why and explain why you asked. Okay, so I'll say that. The reason why I asked is because, okay, the next one, explain shooting star. And then in parentheses, optional, ask if they're in. So I'll say, so hey, Sensi has an amazing startup program, first of which includes what's called the shooting star goal. It's $500 within your first 15 business days, $500 in sales within your first 15 days, not business days, just 15 days, okay? And it's exciting. If you do earn this, you'll get a cute charm bracelet with the shooting star charm. But even more importantly, you get the option to purchase what's called the shooting star enhancement kits. That's $300 worth of product. And you get it for $200 and you get commission on it. And if you do that, you'll get $300 worth of product and then I'll show them the sheet. I'll have it printed out. I'll show them the sheet of the shooting star enhancement kit. That's hard to say. So I'll show them the kit paper, right? So they can see what's in there. And I'll say, look, you can do two things with this. You can keep all of this stuff for yourself and use it for one-on-one experience so that you could speak from knowledge and having to use the product yourself, or you could turn around and flip it all for profit. So it's up to you, whatever you want to do. And it's a totally optional goal because remember, Sensi is on your terms. So what do you think? Is the shooting star goal something that you want to shoot for, to try to get $500 in sales within the first 15 days? I would say 85% of my new teamies say yes. The other ones say, oh, I'm not too worried about it. If it happens, it happens. Okay, so if they say yes, I say, okay, great. And then I'll say the next step, what I'm going to say. But if they say no, I'll say, okay, no worries. No worries. We'll get you set up, and whatever happens, happens as you go. We're not going to put pressure. Remember, I'm never going to pressure you to do anything you don't want to. Because if you try to force them to earn stuff that they're already telling you they're not interested in doing, then they're going to start avoiding you and ignoring you. We don't want that. We want to casually and gently lead them if they want to be led in that direction. If not, we give them the space that they need, okay? So if they say, yes, I want to go for that. That sounds fun. It sounds doable. I want to try for it. Great. I'm glad you decided yes. Now it's time to get your launch party on the books. The launch party is super fun because we can do it virtually, and we'll set up a Facebook group, and all you got to do is invite your friends. If you, let's get that set up. And then once we get it set up, you can start inviting your friends and pick a launch date. Let me know what date and time, and I'm going to do the live launch for you. I'm going to jump on. You're going to be in the comments supporting and welcoming and talking to your friends and family that you invite while I do a product demonstration, so that your friends and family will feel more comfortable and confident in what they want to purchase after the party link, after the launch party is over on the live. Okay, so they're like, okay, let me pick a date. So I have them pick a date for the most part while I'm on with them, because we don't want them to say, oh, I'll get back to you with a date if they don't have to. Some have to go look at their calendar or confirm some dates, which is fine, but we want to try to get them to confirm a date while they're on the phone with us. So I'll say Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of this week. Does that work for you? Actually, it does. Okay, let's do 6 p.m. Great, put you on the books. Then I will send them an image that I created on Canva of a step-by-step way to set up their Facebook group. And then I tell them, and hey, once that launch party is over, that party now converts to your VIP group. So all of your people have somewhere to go. You can share sneak peeks, you can share news, you can do bingos, you can do all that stuff. So then they're like, oh, okay, great. So then when I said, when we get off our live, I'm going to send you the image. I mean, once we get off our training, I'm going to send you the image. It's going to break down how to set up your Facebook group. And then once you're done with that, let me know, and then we'll go from there. I want to check your page. And I tell them the only person I want you to invite so far is me, so that I can check your page and walk through to make sure it's all set up and ready to go before you start to invite your friends and family. Okay, so then I'll send them the group image. Sometimes I'll send it while I'm on the phone with them. Sometimes I'll send it right after. Then I say, okay, and now the second part of your startup, the quick start that Cynthia likes to have going, is called promotion to certified. Right now, you're an essential consultant. Once you hit $1,000 in sales, you will promote and give yourself your very first pay raise, which is called certified consultant, and you'll increase your pay by 5%. Right now, you're getting 20%. Once you hit certified, you bump up to 25%, and you never go below 25% again. Okay, and I tell them the majority of my people, 60 to 70% of the new teamies hit certified or promote to certified within their first 30 to 60 days, which is huge. And then I say, and guess what? Since you're trying for that shooting star goal, that's already going to put you halfway there, which is what the smart part of what Sensi does. Let's put them halfway to their goal within 15 days. Then the other 500 is not so hard. It's broken down into pieces. And they're like, oh, that makes sense. That sounds doable. Yes, it does. Okay, so I'll talk to them about certified. Then I'll say, okay, let's jump on. I always tell them, make sure you have access to a laptop, computer, or iPad, apart from what we're going to be training on. So then I'll say, okay, let's jump onto your workstation, and we're going to go and create a party link. I will walk them through it step by step. I'll also make sure to tell them, know your consultant ID and password before we jump on, because there's been plenty of times where I was on and they're like, oh, I don't remember my password, or, oh, I can't find my consultant ID. And yes, we as their sponsors can find that for them, but we want this to move quick. So we want them to be prepared. Make sure you have access to some type of way to get on the internet other than your phone or whatever we're going to be on. And then make sure you know your login ID, your ID number, and your password. Okay. So then they jump in. We walk through the process of creating their very first their party order link. Okay, and I explain step by step what it is. UPS pickup access point, whatever. What does that mean? And party date, and the 1, 2, 3, 4 of their website, and all that, right? Okay, so then we do that. We walk through that together. Then I'll say, hey, I want you to go back to your dashboard, and I want you to look at the news tab. This news tab, is something that you want to be checking daily. This is your go-to first and foremost, and then I will use that to lead into the chain of command. What is the chain of command? The chain of command for me, it may be different for you, but for my group is this. You check your workstation first, okay? And then you can Google, search, anything like that. You may find your answer. If you don't find your answer there, then you can call customer service. If customer service doesn't help you, or which they majority of the time they'll have your answer, then contact your sponsor. Okay, then give your sponsor some time to respond. Not everybody's on call, right? Give them time to respond. And then if your sponsor doesn't know the answer, your sponsor can go find the answer for you through their director or star director. And then if nobody knows, then it can reach up to superstar director, right? But most of the time by customer service sponsor-ish, it's wrapped up. Okay, so I'll explain to them the chain of command. Then I'll explain the pay date. I'll explain the Sensi visa. I'll let them know that they can transfer to PayPal, they can do Venmo, they can transfer to bank 1 to 3 business days. It's free to transfer to the bank, cost for PayPal, cost for Venmo, whatever. I'll explain that breakdown to them and I give them the pay date and I remind them that they're getting 20% until they hit 1,000 in sales, which they will do 25%, okay? Then I show them where Pay Portal is as well. And then I'll let them know the next tab, email scam awareness. It's very important that we teach our teamies that they will be targeted for email scams in the beginning of their business more than anything. I don't know how, I don't know why, but they do get their information. So it's very important for us to let them know, hey, don't fall for this. And if you ever get an email that you're not sure of, I tell them screenshot it to me and I'll help you work through it because they're going to receive some legit requests via email. We don't want them to think everything is fraud. So we want to make sure that we let them know this is gonna exist here and there. I don't want you to fall for it, but if you're not sure, screenshot it to me and I'll help you through it, okay? And then the next checkbox, shout out your consultant on social media. So this is usually, I'll tell them to do this before, as soon as they join. Hey, as soon as we get your party set up, I want you to post a selfie or post something that says that you're a Sensi consultant now and that you're super excited about it. And here's your link and you want them to take a peek. I said, you want your people to start getting curious and start getting excited, your friends and family, about your new adventure, right? You want to pique an interest. So post that right away and get your link that we just created out and post it. Okay, then I'll ask them, I'll say, hey, by the way, are you interested? If somebody says, you know what, girlfriend, I want to come and do this with you. How do I join? Are you ready to say, okay, go ahead and join my team? And then I'll wait for an answer. If they say yes, yeah, sure, why not? I'll be like, awesome. And good thing to know is I know you're still brand new. So if anybody wants to join your team, I will help you get them going, just like you and I are doing. I will help you get them going. So you'll learn how to start leading and training from the beginning. And they'll be like, oh, okay, great. Some will say, well, I don't know, maybe later when I get to know more, I'm not sure, maybe when I learn more. And I'll say, look, I'm super excited that you're open to it. And please do not let the not knowing everything factor keep you from allowing people to join your team because you have support. I will help you. I will back you up. Okay. And then some just say, no, not really. I don't really want to. Okay, great. No worries. And then I'll note that. And I'll say, Chelsea does not want to sponsor yet. And I'll put that in my notes on my sheet, okay? And then I'll talk the next checkbox, show consultant store. So I'll say, okay, let's go back into your workstation. Let's look at the consultant store on the side. This is where you're gonna find all of your sample making stuff. This is where and I'll show them where they can get the stuff. I'll just say, this is the click. It's literally quick. I'm not breaking down everything. I'm just saying, this is where you get your tools, okay? Then the next one, I'll say, I want you to do a live unboxing. Have you ever done a live? How do you feel about going live on your social media? This I like to ask them because I want to know their vibe. I want to know what level they're at. Some people are comfortable, already jump on social media. They go live. They talk about that stuff. I also want to know if maybe if they're super, oh, I don't know. Hey, you don't have to show your face if you're embarrassed. Just go ahead and just show the box as you're unboxing it. Or if you're not ready to go live, that's okay. Just take a picture when it arrives on your porch, then take a picture of when you're opening the box, and then take a picture when it's all laid out. So you have a 3-step process so people can be along with your journey on your unboxing. May not have to be live if you're super uncomfortable with it yet. So I'm already starting to give them ideas and pull them out of their comfort zone. right? Okay, so then the next checkbox, review announcement tab on your group page. So under my Facebook group page, on the announcement tabs, I have the most important things for squad. My team is called Squad Goals. For squad goals, to know when they're coming in. And I have a very important compliance video that is first and foremost that I want to make sure that every single new teamie has learned, because there has been some casualties here and there from people not understanding or not knowing, and their account has been canceled because of it. So I address the most important things. And then there's also like the digital catalog. There's also, we have a prayer board. We also have an in search of post. We also have a welcome new teamie video that walks them through certain parts of their first steps in the journey. So I make sure that I point that out and say, hey, I'm going to tag you in these videos. Make sure that you go and watch an initial once you're done. Okay. We also have our group rules where we don't like drama, we don't put up, like stuff like that. Okay, so I make sure that they're aware of that. Next checklist, complete first things first checklist. So I'll tell them, your goal is to get this done today. That's your very first homework, along with shouting out that you are a Scentsy consultant. So get this checklist done, because if you don't have this checklist done and you accomplish all the stuff that goes along with the goals that you're trying to achieve, you will not get the Sensational Start rewards, which we'll talk about later, because I don't want to talk about Sensational Start rewards right now, because the very most important things right now is getting them to Shooting Star and getting them to certified as fast as possible. Once they do that, we'll go and talk about Sensational Start. So I don't do that on my initial call. Okay, so I said, make sure you complete your first things first checklist. Let me know when you're done. Okay, and if they haven't done it within the first 24 hours, I will text them the next day. Hey, girlfriend, just following up. I see that your first things first checklist has not been checked off. Make sure you get this done as soon as at your earliest convenience. Okay, some people need a reminder. Okay, so then the next checkbox list, show how to add Pws Photo and About Me. There is too many people on Scentsy that have the stock photo of the little girls sitting down in the park with each other. People are more likely to buy from an actual person's image, right? So they'll know you're a real person. Also, a lot of people choose who their consultant is going to be after reading their About Me. Okay, so it doesn't have to be this elaborate thing. Some people are like, oh, I don't know what to put. Just put that you're married, you have 3 kids, you live here, you love Scentsy, just something general. So I'll go in and I'll show them, here's where you go. You go under account, you scroll down to the website, you hit edit website, and then you go in there, you upload your picture, and then you scroll down a little bit more and you put your About Me. Okay, I'll say that's homework number 3. Homework number 1, shout out that you're a consultant. Homework number 2, complete your first things first checklist. Homework number 3, let's get your picture and your About Me uploaded as soon as possible. Next thing, show where to enroll in Warmer of the Month. I do not go into detail here, but I do say, hey, we do have a new Warmer and Scent of the Month every single month, and we do get paid commission on it if we purchase it. Here is where you would go to enroll. If you want more information, go into the Squad Goals page under announcements, and it has a breakdown of Warmer of the Month, okay, and Scent of the Month, and it talks about the benefits, and it talks about where and how, okay, so that they know they can go there and find it. Then explain the difference between workstation and PWS, personal website, because a lot of people, oh, I'm trying to put my order, but I don't know where to go. It's not giving me, because they're on their website, or vice versa. Oh, I'm trying to send my customer the workstation, but they don't have a login. So they confuse the two. So I want to get that clear. Workstation is where we work. We do all behind the scenes. We get all of our customers' orders in, da-da-da. Your website is where customers go to shop. That's as plain as I put it, okay? The next checkbox, why keeping PWS after the 3 months free is helpful. I find that a lot of people either are not setting up their free website because they don't understand. So I make sure to explain to my new teamies when they're signing on, make sure you opt in and enter your credit card for your website, because it's free for the first 3 months. After 3 months, it's optional, and you can cancel at any time, right, before they charge you. But once they sign up, great. But when I get them in for initial training, I'll say, look, after the 3 months, for 3 months, it's free. After the 3 months, it's up to you. It's only $10 a month. I do suggest you keep it because flash sales, because because people can find you, stuff like that. People can shop on their own without you having to put their order in for them, and I'll give them the benefits. Because some people are like, oh, I don't really sell too much, so I'm just going to cancel. Yeah, but then you also cancel anybody else finding you, or your customers or friends and family being able to order directly through your link without having to involve you, okay? Next thing, I talk to them about how to check the shipping statuses of their kit. So I say, okay, let's see where your kit's at. Usually takes about 3 to 5 days to arrive. Let's go into workstation. Let's go into order. Let's go into history. And then I want you to click. And where does it show? And then I'll tell them to click the little link and it'll show them the status of where their shipment is. And then leading into that, I'll say, let's talk about the shipping updates. There's going to be posted, there's going to be printed, there's going to be shipped, there's going to be, and I'll break it down what each 3 means. So that way when they say, oh, what does it mean when it says posted? Or what does it mean when it says printed? Or what does it mean? You know, so they're already knowing this, okay? Then next, the next checkbox, save consultant support number in your phone. So I'll walk them through the workstation. I'll say, hey, this is where you find your customer support number. And I'll say, pull out your phone. They pull out their phone. I said, I want you to add this phone number to your phone so that you have access to customer service at all times if you don't find your answer on the workstation. I want them to have that number on hand so they're not more tempted to text me or call me when they have that number. Like, oh, I don't have the number saved. I'm going to see if Rihanna. No, you're going to call customer service first. Okay, so then I also tell them there's also a chat box. You can be on the side of it, and then here's the ticket. I don't go into the ticket too much. I just say you can also submit an email help ticket. Okay, and last checkbox on there is the training options. I let them know that, hey, the most successful people in Scentsy are people that train themselves. You will have training that I give. You will have training that you'll find here. But if you want more training, it is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, accessible through Workstation on the training center. And I'll say, let's go take a look at it. And that's why I like to do Zoom so I could screen share. And then I'll show them where the training center is. And I said, and YouTube, if you type in Scentsy training, you are going to get never ending trainings for everything, fundraisers, for bingo, for text message, for all the stuff that we ever want to learn is going to be on YouTube. Also, I'll say I'll have tons of trainings there in the squad goals page. All you got to type in is whatever topic you want to learn. And I pretty much think I've covered most topics. If not, let me know if you don't find what you're looking for. But on YouTube, I can promise you that you're going to find something on there. So I'll tell them, the training is there if you want it. Just depends how much you want. And on your time, you can do the training on YouTube, Training Center, and the team page. So, and then I'll say, do you guys have any questions about what we've discussed? And they'll either have questions or, no, I'm excited, I'm ready to go. No, but if I think of some, I will message you. And okay, great. All right, let's wrap this up. I'm super excited for you. Let's go ahead and get you started. Make sure that you go out and shout that you are a new consultant and include your party link. Make sure you complete your work, your first things first checklist, and make sure, what was the third one? Make sure you, do your live unboxing when it comes, okay? So, and let's get your Facebook group set up. So, and then they'll go for that image. Let me know when you're done with your Facebook group, and then we'll get going from there. And then, so they're like, oh, okay, I'm super excited. And then, yeah, then we take off from there because they know the first things first. They're going for their 500. That's what they say. And that's when I'm ending the call, I'll say, let's focus in on first things first. We want to get you to that 500. So let's shout your business out, include your link, and then let's get your Facebook party set up so that we can start inviting people and get people excited. We'll play some games. I'll do some random images, games, and stuff like that for them. And then I'll say, let's get you to your 500, and then we'll focus on what's next. And that's what's broken down simply and plain for them so that they're not overwhelmed with sensational start and the incentive and all of this stuff. We don't need to talk about that right now. We can little by little give them chunks, but the very first thing, shooting star. Okay, and then break it down for them. So I hope this breakdown was helpful for you. And I hope that it helps you onboard your teamies with confidence, because look, the more we pour into them, the more they're going to be able to be successful, and the more they're going to know how to pour out into their teamies when they come aboard. All right, guys, have a great afternoon. Take care. Bye-bye.